you want to do projects that are inspiring and that make people excited about the future. Life's got to be about more than just solving problems. You want to get up in the morning and say, yes, I'm looking forward to that thing happening. There's a huge difference between space and orbit. Like space, you could think of as like, say, being the international waters boundary for the Pacific Ocean. Like if you go, 100 miles offshore, you're technically out of coastal waters. Now you're in the Pacific.
Right.
So it's like technically you're in the Pacific, but orbit is like circumnavigating the globe. It's a really giant difference, and the reason that things go up and stay up is because you're zooming around the Earth so fast that your outward radial acceleration is equal to the inward acceleration of gravity. And so those balance out, and you have a net zero gravity. My time is mostly split, it's split between SpaceX and Tesla, and of course I try to spend it's a part of every week at OpenAI. So I spend basically half a day at OpenAI most weeks, and then I have some OpenAI stuff that happens during the week. This is one of the great questions in physics and philosophy, is where are the aliens? Maybe they're among us, I don't know. Some people think I'm an alien.
But honestly, after sitting down and talking to him, I realized that I'm now convinced that he's an alien.
What would be your mediocre superpower?
I think you're talking mediocre superpowers here.
Yeah.
To always beat the traffic.
Well, electric cars are zero emission at the car level, so they're not producing CO2 or nitrous oxide or sulfur oxides or any of the sort of the noxious gases that any kind of combustion engine car would produce. And so if we can have sustainable energy production and combine that with electric cars, we have a long-term sustainable future. I mean, I should say that, when I was a kid, I didn't really have any grand designs. I mean, the reason I started programming computers is because I like computer games. And I play lots of computer games, and I learned that if I wrote software and sold it, then I could get more money and buy better computers.
From the age of 3.
Really?
He just reasoned with me so well, and I didn't know how he could figure out things. I mean, he was 3. And then I sent him to school early because and they said, you can't send him, as the youngest person in the class. And I said, he really needs other stimulation as well. And the nice thing is that he took what he could do and actually implemented it. Many genius kids, they stay in a basement because they can't actually move ahead of that. So I'm very thrilled.
Sleep is really great, because I find if I don't get enough sleep, then I'm quite grumpy. The way I generally do it is I'll be working at SpaceX on Monday, and then Monday night fly to the Bay Area, spend Tuesday and Wednesday in the Bay Area, then at Tesla, and then fly back on Wednesday night, spend Thursday and Friday at SpaceX. In the last several months, then I would fly back here on a Saturday and either spend Saturday and Sunday at Tesla or spend Saturday at Tesla and Sunday at SpaceX. I work a lot. I mean, that's and a lot.
At what time do you get up normally in the morning?
For me, it's usually about 7.
7, okay.
But I go to bed late, so usually I go to bed around 1 a.m. or so. There are a lot of resource conflicts when you have 5 kids.
I don't have a
At any given point, somebody's taking somebody's toy.
What's this game?
Did you just take that from your brother?
Yeah, but I want to see what game it is.
This is what I'm talking about. Somebody took somebody's toy.